Alongside all the good things in the world sit the opposite ills, including poverty, unemployment, exclusion, gender inequality, and lack of social protection mechanisms. In 2007, the United Nations General Assembly declared 20th February as the World Day of Social Justice to draw attention to global social injustice, raise the voices of the voiceless, expose structural injustices, and push for substantive change. The theme for this year is Building Gaps, Building Alliances, choosing to emphasize the importance of collaboration and partnership in addressing the world's challenges. Over 1 billion people are living with what are referred to as significant disabilities globally. In addition, these people often suffer from stigma, poverty, exclusion from education, and unemployment. An estimated over 10% of the Gambian population are disabled. Even though a disability bill has been passed by the Gambia's National Assembly, challenges still persist. Here is Lamin Mane, former Secretary General of the Gambia's Federation of the Disabled.
To be honest with you, persons with disability are facing huge challenges when it comes to employment. They feel segregated, they feel marginalized, and they feel neglected. Because we'll go to a course, we'll do a course with able people, and probably we are even the best among them. End of the day, when you go for job opportunities, you are left behind. There should be justice in any aspect of life. It's not the leg doing the job, it's the brain doing the job or the mindset.
In building fairer and more equitable societies, the required resources must be invested in addressing the plight of young people. With a population of 2.3 million, the Gambia is one of Africa's smallest countries. Over 35,000 Gambians arrived in Europe by irregular means between 2014 and 2018. In recent months, there has been a surge in boats leaving Gambia carrying migrants to Europe. These migrants are sometimes smuggled for financial and material gain. Here is Degin Job, Deputy Speaker of the Gambia's National Youth Parliament.
Every day when you come into work, how many young people do we meet you with? They go to work, of course, every day. Yep, se pass la dedas. Because the pay is not good and the conditions are horrible. And therefore, it does not encourage young people to be productive, which is a problem. And, people keep saying, we keep employing young people, we keep paying them, but they're not productive. But the conditions do not allow them to be productive. The motivation is not there. And that is something as a country we need to regulate.
Gambia remains a patriarchal society, with one example being the representation of women in its National Assembly. In 2022 legislative elections, only 8% of candidates were women, and only 3 of the 19 women who stood were elected, and only 1 represented a political party. Here is the Deputy Speaker of the National Youth Parliament again.
You look at what opportunities are there for women to promote them to get to that level. Most of the time, people only look at what is happening in the political scene, but it's a lot of things before that. For example, social justice generally is about making sure you as a corporate woman will be able to have the opportunity to be a corporate woman. But also for the woman who choose to be a stay-at-home mom and yet still engage in politics also have the opportunities. How? That is making sure that she is able to stay at home, take care of her children, but also have access to quality basic health care so that when she needs to take care of her children, she will not have much worry and sickness. You see, when all those loads are offloaded from women soldiers, trust me, we will see a different dimension of women engagement.
The Gambia is still undergoing a transitional justice process with recommendations from the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission yet to be implemented and the country's draft constitution rejected. After 22 years of dictatorship, during the regime of President Jammeh, victims still seek justice. If the theme for this year's World Day of Social Justice, Building Gaps, Building Alliances, is to be realized in the Gambia, it is clear a lot more needs to be done. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jenna Basonko.